Shalom. Kahalal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect. Tabernacle of David, to the Aquath that are listening, learn, and being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashawan. And this lesson is basically about escalation and ramping up. And people can't see, or people don't know, right? You ask somebody if they know about the Cuban Missile. Oh yeah, I know about it. I say, do you know that it's happening right now to the umpteenth degree? Cuban Missile Crisis was nothing compared to Vlad sending nuclear submarines, ships, and ammunition to Cuba in everybody's face. Okay? Anyway, that's what this lesson is about, just to, put some things into perspective and connect some dots. All right, so this is Joel 3, and we're going to start at 9. Proclaim this among the nations. Prepare for war. Rouse the mighty men. Let all the men of war advance and attack. Beat your plowshares into swords, your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Come quickly, all you surrounding nations, and gather yourselves. Bring down your mighty ones, O Lord. Bring down your mighty ones, O Lord, comes at the midpoint when the fighting is kicking off real good and nobody's questioning any longer if World War III is underway. Everybody will know it. Okay? So we're close to this because World War III is underway, but we're not at the midpoint. We're not fighting enough so for the angels to come down and enter into the fray. But that's what that means. But from 9 down, you can tell that it's pertaining to this. We'll start here. Okay, 2 days ago, CBS News, Polish general examines Putin's threat to arm West's enemies. What does this mean? This means Iran has nuclear weapons. No doubt about it. That's basically what this is an admission to. Okay? Now, the Cuban Missile Crisis, I believe it was a U-2 spy plane that took pictures and discovered that there were missiles in Cuba, all right, which is a whole lot different than Vlad sending nuclear submarines and flotillas and weapons to Cuba, who are the enemies of the U.S. Okay, very, very serious. Okay, so let's examine this. What is this, 5 minutes? Let's check it out.
Called it a dangerous step while questioning.
Salat.
Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a warning of possible retaliation to Western nations this week. His comments came after several countries, including the U.S., Germany, and Poland, gave Ukraine permission to use their weapons to hit targets inside Russia. Putin called it a dangerous step while questioning why Moscow wouldn't do the same and supply weapons to nations intent on striking targets in Western allied countries. Retired four-star Polish general and former Polish Army Chief of Staff, General Raymond Andrzejczuk joins me now from Washington. General, thank you so much for being with us.
Big pleasure.
How do you read that warning from Vladimir Putin? And given the warning, was it the right move for Poland and other countries to let Ukraine use their weapons to strike inside Russia?
You know, I'm Polish, so I exactly understand the Russian language. It's not about the words they use, but about the narratives. And absolutely unacceptable and still the same. I think right now it's time to change narratives, to change the language we sending to the Russia for more credible, for stronger voice, and to send a message that we are not accepting what he's doing.
And when you think about sending that message to Putin, what is there something you think would send a stronger message that
Yeah, a first strike. That would send him.
be done?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and not only sending message, but is about our activity. So he invaded sovereign country, which is absolutely far away from our civilizational standards and also multinational rules. And all we should do is to let Ukraine win. You cannot win sitting at home and drawing the red lines and self-deter yourself. So I think we should send a message that there will be no limitations. Ukraine has a chance to engage targets in the territory of Russia, which goes to the victory. Full stop.
May I ask you a question on this anniversary of D-Day, which Poland took a role in that D-Day, those D-Day operations, but also obviously Poland was the first nation invaded by Hitler. How do you help Americans understand the Polish mindset about what's happening in Ukraine and what Vladimir Putin is doing?
That's very important for Poland. I served in the first Panzer Division, was with one of the units that was landing in the Normandy. So piece of my heart is still it is an anniversary, and also Monte Cassino anniversary a few days ago, many other places. So Poland is strong enough today, and we don't want to rip.
All right, I'm gonna stop that right there because this is that's politics. The point is here. Putin warns he could retaliate against the West. Comes after NATO nations say their weapons can be used to hit Russia. So this is Putin saying, I'm gonna send arms, nuclear submarines to the West. Now, he's done that. Okay? He's doing that. Now, I'm sure that they've been doing it. Like, we'll get into the next one. Okay? Now let's watch this. So this is Putin. This is 2 days ago. As he was threatening to arm the West enemies, he's sending weapons to Cuba. He's doing it. Not threatens. He didn't threaten to arm the West. He did arm the West. Nuclear sub on the way to Cuba. How about that? See if this is a lie or if this is actually happening. Alert. Russian nuke sub in Cuba 2 days ago. See that? See how it adds up? Putin sends Russian warships, nuclear submarine to Cuba. So not only did he threaten to do that, he did it. Okay? What happens next? This happens next. This guy, Patrick Humphrey, 14 hours ago. You see the timeline? White House makes terrifying decision. Tell your family to prepare. This is big. Right, here we go. Listen to this.
On event before 2024. You can see here this announcement was just made by the White House. All right, it says
This announcement. Biden aid raises possible increased deployment of U.S. strategic nuclear weapons. Now, tell me if Iran has nukes. Iran been had nukes. Okay? Understand that. All right? Now, let's break this down. Biden aid raises possible increased deployments of this is bullshit because those nukes have already, just like Vlad moved it, they're not waiting. They're not, oh, well, we're going to raise a possibility. They ain't raising shit. This is war. Get your, look, let's go back. Prepare for war. Rouse the mighty men. Let all the men of war advance and attack. That's where we're at. We're at advanced. We're not thinking about sending you get them nukes over there. Now they're already there. They're already there. They're not thinking about sending them. They're already. This is war. The war is already going down. They're moving shit. They're bombing the fuck out of each other, and it's escalating. Make no mistake. It's happened. This is to appease the American people. This is called slow walking. We're going to slow walk them into the fact that we've been doing this shit. Okay? Can you see this? This is a slow walk there. No, we're going to wait while Vlad is actively putting nukes on it, but we're going to sit down at a round table and decide whether we're going to do it too. No, it's not how it works. Vlad got nukes right there in Cuba. We ain't got nukes in the Ukraine. Come on, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay? This thing's out of control. Let this fool talk for a bit. And what I want you to do, I want you to examine how an everyday, nothing-ass Edomite, right? How he's reacting to his country fucking being destroyed in his face, okay? I want you to, now he's going to talk a little bit about this, and then he's going to go into another subject dealing with what's going on at the White House right now, okay? Because the White House is surrounded, if you will, all right? And they're clowning America in their face, waving these different flags and smoke grenades, and it's looking bad out. It's looking bad out here. And watch his reaction to this, all right? See how these devils, right? Which, when he goes into what's going on at the White House, only thing you can see is a civil war. Because these guys right here, they're like this. Oh, you destroying our monuments? Okay.
Biden aid raises possible increased deployments of U.S. strategic nuclear weapons.
They've been deployed.
This is insane, right? That they're announcing this. This is major news. This is a major.
Now, see, he said, this is major. It's insane that they're announcing this. No, what's insane is that they already did it, and they're slow walking you. See his reaction? I can't believe this. I can't believe. No, nigga, what you can't believe is that they already did. You have to slow walk the American public, because their head is in the sand so deep they don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, tell me that the CIA don't know that Vlad moved them missiles in the sub. We all know. We're reading it. It's a matter of public record. Okay? So they're going to think about doing it? That doesn't make sense. Come on. This is a bad lie. This is bad. Okay?
Escalation. And we do not want a major war. Right? We do not want World War III, and it seems like we are getting very close to the situation. Right? This article just came out today, June 8th. Top national security advisors at the White House are saying that the U.S. is going to be deploying more strategic nuclear weapons around the world.
Okay, now what does that mean? What did he say? The key word he used, you have to learn how to listen in the spirit. He said more. What does that mean? It means that they already did it. Understand? You have to listen in the spirit. That the U.S. is going to, not they're going to decide if they're doing it. They're going to deploy more, meaning they already have. Okay, they're actively doing it. This is a slow walk. You can't say two things that contradict each other. Right?
Security advisors at the White House are saying that the U.S. is going to be deploying more strategic nuclear weapons
around the world. More, meaning they're already doing it. Okay. Or am I mistaken?
The world right now to deal with China and Russia. That's what they're saying. So You need to be prepared. You need to be.
Now he's going to riff on about that all the way up until got the nuclear football right here. Okay, now he's going to get into what's going on at the White House, and I'm going to just throw that in for good measure.
Watch what's stake.
Bring it in for good measure.
Prepared now. Get yourself ready now. This is what's also happening domestically too. These are some of the scenes that are happening right now. Okay, the White.
Now listen to his demeanor and how this is affecting good old what do they call him? I'm a patriot. I'm an American patriot. Look, watch how this is affecting the patriots, because when you see this, you're like this. This ain't BLM, right? How are you going to start this civil war? Because these guys are like this. Oh, hell no. Watch this.
Is surrounded. Monuments are being destroyed and taken over. Okay, you can see here. Here's the White House today. This is happening tonight. The White House is surrounded by people waving foreign flags. Okay, and dropping smoke bombs. Okay, if this was any other group, they would shut it down, but they're allowing this to happen. There's police all over the place, and they're not stopping any of it. They're vandalizing these monuments, okay, and spray painting things like "Death to America," all this crazy stuff, burning American flags. All right, this does not help your cause at all. All right, I don't know who's organizing this, where this is coming from.
I'll tell you where it's coming from. He said Abad Babal, did he not? I'm using code. He said Abad Babal, right? Which goes directly back to who? Right? The BHI. You see how that works? So what they're doing in a clandestine fashion, all of this is a ruse to get to us. Okay? He said, well, they're screaming. So what they're going to do when they make that composite video, they're going to have these people out chanting Abad Babal, and then they're going to switch to us on the corner saying the same thing and demonize, because we're the target. Okay, you got to look at everything in the spirit.
But it seems like they're just playing the chaos angle from every single angle that they have, right? They're sowing.
That's exactly what they're doing, but they have a target. Everything else is fodder. They have a specific target that they're going after, so they have to cause absolute mass confusion so that they can sneak in and get at their target. And the target is you, Jake.
Chaos and trying to get people.
Specifically the men of the Lord. All right? And they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Okay?
Agitated and worked up, right? This is happening at the White House today, and they're not stopping it, right? So this is part of the plan somehow. I'm not sure.
This is part of World War III. Okay? You got this many people, right? You got people all over the U.S. that are not from here, that came here, right? And a lot of them are here to participate in this war. So anybody that thinks that this isn't World War III, you're not paying attention. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyway.
It fits into the plan fully, but they're allowing it to happen for some reason. Burning flags. And look at this, all right? Warning, this is not real. This is a mask, and this is insane. This is insane that this is being allowed to happen to any president. This should not be happening to any president.
That ain't a president, that's Ski Mask the Slump God.
No matter how you feel about it, this guy's holding a mask with red paints of Biden during this thing, and this is insane. This shouldn't be allowed to happen in the United States for any president. All right, this is just disrespectful and un-American. Right, this should not be happening, but this is what's going on at the White House right now. Right, and you guys know that I don't agree with a lot of stuff that's going on in the White House, but I don't agree with this either. You shouldn't be doing this to an American president. This should not be allowed.
That's that patriot
in the U.S. Capitol. Right, this is insane, and they're also attacking even the park police and the police there, they're throwing bottles at them, they're calling them names, throwing all this stuff. Look at all the spray paint behind them, right? All this stuff. They're just vandalizing our national monuments, and it's all allowed to happen. For some reason, nobody's stopping it. Nobody's shutting it down. And these protests are funded, they're organized. Somebody's paying for these people to come here. How are all these people showing up here and causing all this chaos at once? And a lot of people, they don't even seem like they're Americans, right? They seem like they're potentially from a foreign country that are coming here and agitating and starting this chaos, okay? And they're being allowed to enter our country, country's wide open, and then they can just fly to whatever city they want, taxpayer funded, we will pay for it, and then they can potentially go on to agitate and start things like this. Imagine.
You hear the Patriot? Okay. You see how this is adding up to civil war? And they're going to do a bait and switch. They're going to somehow slip Jake in there. And Jake is the target. Right? On some BLM shit. Right? See, because in a patriot's mind, what they see BLM. Okay? That's what they see. And it ain't near Negro up in there, but as long as you call it BLM, Negroes take the fall. Okay, it's all set up.
This was any other group outside the White House dropping these smoke bombs, okay, and all this stuff and waving foreign flags. Just imagine. The reaction would be a lot different. They would shut it down quick. They would not just allow this chaos to happen. So for some reason, they want this narrative out here, right? And I think a major part of it is to cause chaos and division over the stuff going on in the Middle East, okay?
Civil war.
Because, all right, these things are important. But at the same time, we need to be talking about America and America first. We need to pull out of these wars. All right, I'm anti-war too. I don't want this war going on. I don't want to be funding this war in over here in the Middle East in Israel. I don't want to be funding this war in Ukraine. I don't want to be funding any of these wars. I don't want to go to war with Iran. I want to strengthen the U.S. domestically, strengthen our military, and make us so powerful domestically, our economy, everything, our society, our civilization, our civilians, everyone is so strong, smart, capable that nobody can even compete with us anyway. Sorry.
It ain't happening. It's over, bud. They're not showing any of this, which I really wanted to see it. This nigga's in the chicken coop. He's showing still. So anyway, as you can see, shit is escalating and spiraling out of control. There was actually a really good video, which I don't see right now, of that. It wasn't that. It was some actual real, I think this is, well, I guess this is it. Let's see. This is only 39 seconds. And they say Hamas supporters. We don't want no Jewish state, no more money for Israel's slaughter. That's what they're chanting in front of the White House, because there is a genocide going on, and America is funding it and supporting it and in lockstep with this devil. So there you have it. Let's see. Okay. Everybody's fighting. Let's read this again. Joel 3. Proclaim this among the nations, prepare for war. Rouse the mighty men, let all the men of war advance and attack. Okay. Let's get this on the way out. This is a war too. This is part of World War III. It's Isaiah 19 and 1. But we have to quickly go to Revelation real quick. Revelation 11 and 8. We have to lay the groundwork for who the Babylonians are, or the Egyptians in this case. This word right here. Spiritually, you have to look at everything with spiritual eyes, and you have to understand how the Spirit works. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies, talk about the Israelites, right? Shall lie in the street of the great city. That great city is Babylon, the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Egypt spiritually. America is called Egypt spiritually. So clearly you don't understand that. But anyway, forward your head. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, folks. Isaiah 19 and 1. Let's get the King James. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Americans against the Americans. See how that works? That's why we went to Revelation, to substantiate that Babylon the Great, which is America, is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Why Sodom? Well, there's a multicolored flag, right? That next to Tel Aviv, I believe it is the biggest supporter of that rainbow flag. Okay, that's why they're spiritually known as Sodom. Okay, and then Egypt, that one's easy. Okay, look on the back of your dollar bill. All right, the spirit of Egypt is on this place. So when this says Egyptians, this is interchangeable spiritually with Americans, Babylon the Great. Right? I will set the Americans against the Americans, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we're looking at that. Okay? We're looking at that. Tearing up monuments and shit like that, that's what sparks Esau. And Esau's ready to fight for his country. Right? What's left of it. He's going to lose. Right? Because this thing is over. But this is what we're looking at. So, shit. I'm going to just leave it right there. All right, the point has been made. So anyway, escalation. All right. The wars are escalating on all fronts. Lord willing, that'll be the title. So